Good morning, crafting friends. This is Cheryl Ann, and today is Saturday, June 30th, and I'm going to do a tutorial about how I make my papers fit an oversized book. I've had a lot of people ask me, how do you get papers to fit your oversized books? Because I love these big oversized books. Yeah, see, my own personal journal, this Sunset Western Garden book, is 11 by 8.5, and I have the second one all ready to go. This one's a little different. This one, what I did, and I don't mind the pages sticking out. I kind of like it, but if you don't like your pages sticking out, you can always trim them down. So in this one, each signature was, this is a bag I got at Dollar Tree. So this was the first signature. So here's the back of the first, and then this is the second. So these were real easy to cut apart and to fit. Okay, so here's the back of the second. That says hello, believe it or not. This is the third. These were nice and thick, but I got to tell you, getting my needle through these was a nightmare. See, there's the back of that one, and this is the last signature here. I mean, they were so colorful. I have not found these since. This was last year. So I cut apart, the bags. Okay, so that's one thing I did. So what did I do? I found some bags at Dollar Tree, and I cut them down to roughly fit the size of my personal journal. Okay, something else I did in this journal was I spliced two pieces of scrapbook paper together. Okay, so you can see here. And don't do it you can't put them in the middle, because if you put them in the middle, you're going to be sewing through this tape. So don't do it in the middle. I do like 2/3, and then I think this is a half of another sheet. Here's another example. See, it's 2/3 of this one and about a half of this one. Now this one I didn't put washi tape there, but I did put the washi tape here. And something else I do, I might put just a little tiny, just a few dots of glue on here just to reinforce it. See, this is one here. Let me find the back. This one I didn't splice. Once in a while, you can find 11 by 17 inch scrapbook paper. I've actually found 2 sets of it at Tuesday morning. See, here's 2 that I've spliced together. These are fairly common. I think I got these at Joann's or Michael's. See, here's the front of it. And see, here's the back. So this is like 2/3 of it here, and then let me flip back, and then the other third, see, is here, and then you have to splice it, because you've got to get your width, and the width on this, what did I say it was, 8.5? Yeah, it's 8.5. So you've got to get that width. Okay, something else I did in this one, I did go out and buy a ream of cardstock that was 11 by 17, and I also have a ream of 11 by 17 inch copy paper. Now, you're not going to find this, at Target or Walmart. Staples might, I don't know. I buy mine from a paper company here in the desert. I just walk in and they have it in stock. See, here's the back of that one that I reinforced. So there's the front, there's the back. Something else you can use, you can cut it down to size, is that wrapping paper from Amazon, the brown. Something else which is a really good size is the composition book paper. I'll show you. It's actually not big enough for this book, but it's a pretty good match. And you know, it's like I said, I don't mind if they're not exact. So I tear it out from the middle, and that way, and I tear away the very carefully tear away the threads that are in between here. It's just one thread, and then they've stitched it. So if you are very careful, then you can still use this, even though it has the holes. You can still use that in your journals. Okay, so that's the composition books. And wait till they're on sale at Walmart. They'll be on sale. Watch for your back to school sales, because then they'll be, oh gosh, I think 50 cents each. See, here's, I don't know if you can see it in this light. Here's, let me see if I can find the middle. Yeah, here's the middle. So that you see those little stitches, I just cut them apart carefully, and then I take tweezers and I pull them out, and then you can just lift out the pages. Okay, so something else you can use is gift wrap. So if you have some gift wrap, I have about 8 rolls of it, that you can also cut down to fit. Another thing, well, there's actually 2 more things. Another thing are maps. If you can get some maps, you can always cut them down to size. I was really lucky. I go to our library like 3 days a week because we have a very efficient gal who puts out all the donated books. And apparently they get a lot of books. So one time I went in there and they had, you know, they had this gorgeous book of maps, but look at the size. Look at the size of these pages. And this one is 9.5 by, oh, there's 12, so 13. So 13 by 9.5. So, that's something else you can use. Or just, you know, I get maps. I have maps from all over, and I just cut them down to size. Okay, another resource that I found that works really, really well for me is I subscribe to Arizona Highways. And again, these are, it's a larger format. So you can see here, I've gone to the middle, and I've taken out the staples, so I can just lift this right out, and I can put that in the middle of my book, and it'll, I've never had any problems. I use this quite a bit. So this is an oversized magazine. Like if you look at, here's National Geographic. Okay, so you can see the size. You can see how much bigger. So, you know, look around. If you find any in a thrift store or a yard sale or estate sale, that's good to pick up. Something else that I use a lot is sheet music. Now here's Schumann, but you can tell, you know, this size is smaller. So I found this up at a little thrift store up in the mountains, but this is a good size. In fact, this is perfect. You can take these out, and even if you don't use them this size, you can make envelopes. See, there are the staples holding it together. So you could very carefully just lift that out. Let me check the size on this. Yeah, this size is 9 by 12. So that's a really good size. I have tons of piano music. I was a pianist, you know, myself, and so I have lots of music, sheet music. But if that's, you know, if you can get to your thrift store, yard sale, estate sale, it's always good to have this. I'll kind of go through. This is my next personal journal. I made them at the same time, and the first one had just really messed up. But this one came out really nice. See, now here's just a picture. I think it's birds and something. Oh, calendars. Calendars are great too, because some of them are really big. And if you go to the dollar store, you see here's Arizona Highways. You know, they're only $1. See, here's one of the composition book pages. Oh, something else that's good to use too. You don't have the width, but I don't mind, is if you can find ledger paper. Okay, like here's that. Let me see if how I did the back of it. Now, see, I made it a year ago. It's been on my shelf. Yeah, see, there's the washi tape. So it's like 2/3 in the front, and then I splice it together, and then it's like another half. So you could see, here's the back of the ledger paper. Here's that brown paper, that packing paper from Amazon. Sometimes I'll just find books. Here's a little graph paper. This is my, oh no, this is another Arizona Highways. Here's the calendar. I'm just going through this quickly. Here's some more scrapbook paper. Oh yeah, this is from that long, remember I told you I had a couple that were 11 by 17? So that's from there. More Arizona Highways. Sometimes I'll just fold it in half. And see, if you fold it in half, it doesn't quite extend. Oh my god, and this one I even have a coffee bean guide. Oh my goodness, you just never know what you're going to find in these things. This is that 11 by 17 inch cardstock. See, a lot of photos here from Arizona Highways. I'll show you this one book I got at the library. You can see what the lady there, she's there 5 days a week stocking the shelves. See, this she's got, it came in May. She has a sticker for every month, but look at the size of this one. Here's my Western Garden book, and here's this book. So I'm, you know, I've got what is that, a couple inches here. I'm really going to have to extend my papers for this one. But that's okay. I mean, I can do it. It's not a problem. I'll just show you a couple more books. See, this book was actually $2. But this is that size that I love, that 11 by 9. I don't care if it has black and white. I'm going to gut that anyway. But I kind of like to keep that. That's kind of nice. Here's another one. This one was 50 cents. And again, I don't care what's on the inside, but I love this size. And then I found a Sunset, Beautiful Southwest. And again, it's that size that I love. So, you know, I've got 3 or 4 to go here. So, before I go, these are a couple that I finished. This is my grimoire style. This is the same size that I love. So, this is a finished product. And you can see, I use scrapbook paper. This is a digital print that I purchased. So this I used a lot of the composition book paper. Now here's my 11 by 17. And I coffee sprayed it. So it does have a lot of 11 by 17. Here's some scrapbook paper. Okay, so you can see that one. Here's another one that size. This one I actually stamped almost every page in here. And this is the 11 by 17, which fit perfectly. You can see, here's a little bit of scrapbook paper. But you can see here that 11 by 17, see here's the middle of the signature. It just fits perfectly. Here's some of the brown paper from my Amazon packing. Here's some sheet music. It's just a little band. I've done flip-throughs of both of these on my YouTube channel. But you can see, this is just the 11 by 17. I coffee sprayed it. I stamped it. Oops, got a little wrinkled. I have to make sure that gets put down properly. So, you know, you can see You can see how that looks, and this doesn't stick out at all. So, and I didn't trim it, I just put it in there. So if you have any questions, please do ask. I'm really good about responding. I love questions, I love comments. If you want to check out my Etsy store, it's Deserts and Beyond, all one word. I'll put the link below so you can check out some of the journals I have made. And happy crafting, happy weekend, and if you don't hear from me before July 4th, happy Independence Day. Bye-bye.